Bet you did know. Oh shit, it's on. Hey,
your freestyle skills. Don't give those away for free.
Bet you didn't know. Won't you? Bet you didn't know. I bet you didn't know. Check it out. Got my shoes off, looking at my big toe. Don't be a little hoe staring at my big toe. It's only for my wife, and that's for show. No, it ain't. Look at it's
I'll
paint.
kick you in the taint.
No, it ain't. You ever been punched in the taint?
Yes.
For real. With the steel toe boots. Makes you want to loot. Anyways, I got nothing, man. I got nothing.
It was a soccer shoe, but
soccer show?
Soccer
like
shoe.
Soccer mom?
What's up, Carter?
Carter, what's good, dude? You gonna jump on and freestyle with us? You like Eminem? Eminem, flippity flap. Gotta smack that dude with the hat.
Yeah, I wondered where you're gonna go.
I was gonna try to hand it off, dude. I was gonna hand it off.
Oh yeah. Nope, it was too hot to handle, too cold to hold.
Don't you know? Sometimes really bold. Yeah. Too hot to handle, too cold to hold. Sometimes I say shit that's really bold, but that ain't
Ghostbusters 2 theme song.
Yeah, it's twofold theme song.
Oh yeah, call it.
Yeah, you know what my theme song is?
No.
Okay,
I can get past.
All right. Yeah. Wow. Wow. No, that's like a totally generic. You ever notice how people in general that aren't musicians, they try to do a wah pedal, ends up what?
It's just porno music, basically.
It is porno music.
Ow.
Well, we got on here. Yo, what's up, Carter G? I know we already said that. I just said it again because I just saw your comment again.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, yeah. You know,
Rockingham this weekend, I think, if I'm right.
Rockingham, eating some spam.
That's his jam.
I don't eat it with jam.
Oh, green eggs. And
I am.
Ham.
Green eggs and ham. Sam, I am.
Oh, what a rhyming spectacular. The first couple.
Yeah, it is. It's a good way to get everything started off tonight.
That's what everybody tunes in for, I'm sure.
Rhyming spectacular.
Oh, don't think he's gonna be able to make it down there. Damn. What are you doing?
Could you tell what that was?
No, nobody could tell what that was.
You couldn't hear it?
No, all we could hear, it sounded like it was 7 rooms away.
Here.
Still can't hear it.
Oh, right. Well, then never mind.
Yeah, it's not changing anything.
It didn't make any difference at all whatsoever.
No. Go into here.
Whatsoever.
The sound's got to go into the microphone, so that's where the problem comes from.
Okay, I got you. That makes sense. I see. All right. Would it be? You know me. I like to pee with door open. G. We're going. We're doing it again.
Nope. I think we're wrapped up with the freestyle for this.
Well, these guys, please just pull the trigger. You know, there's nothing more frustrating than going into the vote and just seeing tickets pending. People looking, tickets pending. Like, just buy it already. What are you waiting for? Can we send a message while they're looking? Wouldn't that be great? Like, what are you waiting for?
Yeah, I don't think we have any analytics on
just do it
purchaser until it's purchased. Unfortunately,
just do it. Just buy the ticket already.
Yeah, weather report got better today than it was yesterday. So
it's gonna get better, dude. The universe, I'm telling you, bro. This last week, I don't know what happened, but the universe is like, all right, Fears. I feel like it's time, bro. I feel like it's time, and we're just gonna really start connecting the wires. I don't know what I did, what I changed, but it's a crazy amount of connectivity, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I guess you're tapped in or tuned in, whatever the case is.
I like to tap it and tune it.
Okay. Interesting.
Does that make sense?
Kinda, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Tapping and tuning.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Tapping and tuning. I wonder Who wrote the book of love? So my parents had a 70 CUDA
Hmm.
when I was born, and it was yellow, and it was cool. It was actually a really cool car. Um, However, I don't really know. I'd like to have one again. I just really don't know what it looked like. Is the problem? Um, and I don't know that anybody has any pictures of it, which really kind of blows. Because it'd be a lot cooler if they did.
Yeah, so you're going for the exact match for the extreme nostalgia aspect of.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, because it was the ride that my parents had when I was born, and I think it'd be pretty cool. And shit, damn, dang, and a poop stang,
Yeah, nope,
shit,
I
damn,
get it.
dang, and a poop stang. Yeah,
I understand in some ways. I don't have those. I don't really have anything from
I know your dad
childhood
loves Cudas,
that
Carter,
I'm
and as
looking for like that.
no, no. And that's all right. So, Carter, your dad still has the CUDA, right? As a matter of fact, if I'm not lying. Is that the case?
I think I remember that to be the case.
Yeah, I think he still has it. That's pretty spectacular. As a matter of fact,
Wouldn't be
I
bad.
almost started rhyming again. Almost started rhyming again, and I don't really want to.
Oh, demon.
A demon. Oh, it was a demon. That's right, a red demon. I think it was red. Did I miss that? Was it a red demon? No, it's a
Mm,
demon. Okay. Yeah, I love Cudas. What is your dad partial Cuda versus Challenger, Carter? Like I wonder because they do look a little different. I love Cudas, Barracudas. Um, Tickets sold. Bam, there they did. They pulled the trigger, dude. They did it. They pulled the trigger. What was it? What was it that they bought? I'm curious. Um, oh, Trolls. Did he buy another? Did he do another? Is he got two dragsters?
I don't know. Could be testing tune.
No, no, no. They're both dragster entry bros. Bro skiff.
Not too positive. Not looking at that kind of stuff right now. So
I know you're not. I
take my
know.
word.
It's just me. My bad.
I
My
know.
mom's grocery getter when I was a kid was a 71 Super Sport. No way, dude. How great is that?
There's your answer.
Oh, Trolson's
Asking you to
watching.
receive.
All right. All right. All right. All right. Just one. Just one. Fair enough. Gotcha. Gotcha. Oh, testing. Adam was right. I was wrong.
I had a feeling since he had already messaged and was asking about that.
Some
And
bitch.
I know you had also asked about the extra wristbands, but we're not going to be putting those onto the float because we're only doing a limited number of the restricted bands, and it's only a total of 4
Yep.
per team.
Yep.
So two come with the tech card and the entry. So if anybody needs the additional two, we'll have those at the merch tent. So we don't have those online because those are going to be a little bit more tightly controlled.
That's right. Check that. Check it. And the pit vehicle parking passes.
Dan Lucas in the house as well. What's up, Dan?
Dan Lucas, what's good, brother? Hey, man, we're turning this into a regular Tuesday night jam.
No, I'm telling you. No, you did just fine, James. That Ryan just read it wrong.
Yeah, no, you did exactly what you were supposed to be doing, and I read it wrong, as Adam said. I'm just reiterating what Adam said. Yes, I did it wrong.
We're all good. We're all caught up now.
Yeah. Hey, that's why Adam is our integrator. He's our COO, our operations guy. He's the one that
Keeps the things humming.
keeping the wheels on.
What's up,
Keeping the
Rodney?
wheels on. Rodney, what's good, brother? Yeah, hey, we're just in here keeping it real. We were rapping for a minute.
Yes.
You
But
know,
I had to COO our way out of that one because it would have just gone and gone and gone and gone. I know how these things
Yeah.
go, and it's
yeah,
typically it's not a problem. It's just not typical content.
no.
But I will say, I guess at the beginning, and then I'll mention it again at the end that we won't be having an episode of Bet You Didn't Know next week because it's the Tuesday before a race, and
Why not? Let's do it anyways. Why not?
I've got so much stuff to tear
Oh,
down.
you got to tear down.
Since I've got to work Wednesday morning, I've got to tear stuff down Tuesday night so that I can get done with work and just be able to bop right out the door.
Gotcha. Is it possible to do it remotely from your phone?
I mean, there's possibilities and ways. Yeah, I mean, there's opportunities. So, I mean, that's essentially what we're going to be doing Thursday once we get down to Alabama itself.
Yeah, guess what, Adam? You're an opportunity.
Yeah, we're actually going to do live broadcast from John Sullivan's shop. It's about a mile or so away from the track, and you know, it may be. It hopefully it'll be one of those weekends that maybe we can even do something unscheduled, you know, pop on and do a live outside of our normally scheduled live broadcast. But we're definitely going to have the episode of the podcast there at John Sullivan's
shop. Yeah, and I think maybe I could be talking out of line here. Dan Lucas, I think, may be there. At least I know.
I think his car,
his dragster's going to be there. Yeah,
that's right. Dan, if you want to come over, come over and hang out. I've got microphones, and we'll get everything hooked up and get everybody in there.
That's right. And we got hotel rooms booked. We're ready to rock. It's going to be a good time. Where's John Sullivan? I don't know.
Which one? That's all.
Yeah, which one? One's farming and one's putting roofs on.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to say. They're both really hardworking guys.
They're both busy guys, and they're both out there racing. And John Sullivan with the farmer guy's just been riding the wave.
Yeah, he has been.
Well deserved as well. And a hell of a victory that he put on down there at XRP, and I know that he is hell bent and intent to repeat that here coming up.
Yeah, I think Hank Stubbs kind of put the kibosh on that, though. Yeah, we're going to broadcast from Sullivan's shop. Yep.
I know. And Clyde tried to put the kibosh on it before as well, and we saw what happened that weekend.
Hank's on a mission, dude. Those boys know what they got going on, man.
That's the beauty of it. Everybody is on a mission, and everybody's got the equipment and got the things. It's all just a matter of who and what falls in line at just the right times. So that's the part that makes it fun for me. I'd rather it be something like that over a Clyde Scott just running the gamut type of race. I love that every race has a chance.
Yeah, I know it makes it fun for you, Adam.
Yeah, and that's all that's important.
Don't make it weird.
That's
all that matters is what I think. Is if I'm having fun or not. Sullivan's 4 hours for me. If Hank was lighter weight, he would go low 50-ish. You know, I mean, he's working hard. We'll give him a little bit of time. You know, he's excited to be in his position where he's running with the guys he's always looked up to. You know, he says that a lot. So my wife and I are at a Mexican restaurant having margaritas or two. So a little behind tonight. Looking forward to Montgomery. No problem. Total success. Amen, Dan. You know, I mean, look, 82 years old, out having Mexican food, built like a brick shit house, NHRA certified drag racer. He's got his license and
out there giving him hell.
And out drinking margaritas, you know, living the good life. America or Mexico.
Yeah, whichever. I mean, yeah, I'm sure the Mexican is not as authentic as it would be down there, but that's fine. That's how we like it up here.
Yeah, we know how you like it up here. Wait, what?
Sure. I'm going to take that in the best way possible.
No, you're going to take it however you like to take it.
I had a feeling that was coming next.
You know what's coming next.
Which is all right.
Oh, stop being weird. All right, cool. So, yeah, great week. We're excited to do a little Bet You Didn't Know podcast, one of my favorite podcasts other than our other podcasts. So, two of my favorite podcasts happen to be our only podcast. And I love it. Stubbs has been racing a long time. He runs 470 with car he sold to Kai Kelly. Hank is moving fast. I didn't know that Stubbs I didn't
Sold the
know
car
that
to
he
Kai.
sold a car to Kai Kelly. Did he
Yeah,
mention that to us?
I believe I remember that
I
from
think he
Georgia.
might have.
I
Yeah,
feel
yeah,
like I
yeah.
recall that from Georgia. So yeah, that
Yeah,
that
that's right.
it
He
didn't
did. He
shock
sold it
me
to Kai Kelly, picked up the vet from the local guy or the guy that
that yeah, that had
built
the
it but never did anything with it. And then,
mhm.
yeah, that's right. Hmm.
Oh yeah. So nope, it'd be interesting. Then I saw that video John Sullivan put out of all his machines, and I think I learned as well as a lot of other people that there was that secondary Corvette back there in the background with the small tire setup, which was
Oh, is he
interesting.
doing some back? Is he doing some small tire racing?
He's got
Oh, that's right. Yeah, at his shop.
he's got his big tire vet. He's got his the black. I don't even remember what car because I'm not a car guy. The top sportsman one, and then he's got the small tire mimic model.
Tell Kai Kelly to grow a pair, strip the weight, put some slicks on it, and come run with the ADRL. As long as Discovery and them guys don't sue him. I don't know what his thing is. No, I mean I'm not. I'm just. It's friendly banter. I'm not talking shit to Kai. I'm just saying. Like, come on,
I think
come on.
I'd almost think you'd have to do it in a no time.
I don't know how these guys are getting a TV show with such slow cars. I don't get it. Although we are sponsoring one of them.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, we can
Yeah.
sponsor one of them, but yeah, they're definitely not. And I don't think that they've ever. I hope that they've never claimed to be the fastest on the street. I think they just try to claim like they're the fastest in the
I am
405.
talking shit.
Texas, Oklahoma area. He is.
I'm
We all
not
know
good
that.
at talking shit is the problem. I'm trying to
Oh,
learn.
I'll talk shit. I can talk shit.
I don't talk. I'm not a shit talker. I'm just not one of those guys that talk
I,
shit. I just do.
okay.
That's it. I don't
Yeah.
talk shit. Adam is the witty shit talker. I am not the shit talker. However, though, if I can recognize an opportunity, I would say
Sure.
they get a lot of press, a lot of TV, and they're slow.
Well,
And so I don't get,
they
why
did
not come
something-
run some real outlaw shit? No prep kings, my ass.
I mean,
No prep kings.
they did something interesting and new because they gave a glimpse into a little bit of that off the track aspect of it, which I think is what's
There you
sorely
go, Carter. Thanks, buddy.
in the world out there of racing or racing coverage is the race itself is cool and the race itself is fun. The race itself is about 3 to 5 seconds. And then there's the hours, the days, the weeks, the prep, the everything that's happening in the garage, in the pits, in the everywhere else. I think that's where the real appeal can come from with the personalities and everything like that. It's not just the cars. So they tapped into the personality aspect of it a little bit and the relatability of the everybody could find something that they like or dislike about somebody, and then that always makes you a fan of somebody else who doesn't like that person. So they found a niche. But as far
That's
as
right.
the racing side of it, it's nothing impressive. It's nothing, it's good, solid racing, but it's not gonna set any records.
Is it though? I mean, now no prep kings are streaming live from the track. Our street
Yeah.
outlaws, and what are they, like a 470 index class? Is that about how fast they are? Guess you won't know because they don't show their times.
Yeah, they
but
don't show
I'm
times.
just saying, like I don't know, it's like a 470 class.
I can see that. I'd guesstimate there. I mean, some of them could probably get in the, maybe close to 4. I don't know, but I mean,
I think it is cool that they've started streaming it live. I don't know how well that's gonna
they have
go
to.
over, considering that they still have to appeal to the whole production of the whole thing, right? So I'm sure there's a whole lot of downtime and stuff like that.
Closer
Who's
to
testing at the Pro Mod tomorrow? I don't know. 380s. I mean, I don't know. I've been watching them take hits. It looks fast, but 380 might be a stretch. That's just my personal opinion.
Sure.
But what do I know? I'm not even a racer, so I don't know. I dream about racing, but I'm not a racer. No, it's just favorite no prep king racer. I don't watch TV, so I don't have one. Really, there's only one. You're saying Kai Kelly's your favorite no prep king racer. I like Boosted. Chris. What's interesting is that he's from my family's hometown, and they all seem to know each other. Everybody knows each other in that town,
He's a cool
and I
dude.
didn't know that until we talked to him.
Yeah, we talked to him over at PRI. He's a super cool guy.
Super nice guy. And the more people I talk to about him, he's a real smart guy. His full-time job, I guess, is like some type of mechanical engineer. He's like some really smart kind of deal. Nick, what's good, brother? This is Easy Dick at the Jack Off Hour and with Balls Radio.
W balls,
W balls, W balls. For anybody that doesn't know that, they were heading back to the Snoop Dogg album.
Yeah. Sean
He is one of them.
/ Murder Nova. That was always the guy I liked.
You know what, man? Holy shit. Could you believe how fucking huge Sean was?
Big dude. Really big dude.
Bro, I was like, holy Jesus, he's a big ass dude. I had no idea.
I didn't know either. I wouldn't expect
No. I was like, oh, hey, there's Sean. What the fuck? Look how huge that guy is. What is he? He's like almost 7 foot. He's got to be almost 7 foot tall.
Tree. Just
yeah. Earmuffs. Yeah, sorry, Carter. Actually, sorry, not sorry. It's your parents' fault.
Yeah.
They know what you're watching. They're probably watching, as a matter of fact, too.
They might.
But hey, man, you listen to Eminem, so it's all good. We're like on an Eminem scale from 1 to 10, we're like a 3 or a 4.
Yeah, on here.
Had to hear. Look at Stinky Pinky, blown caddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there was another guy. Damn, I'm bad with names. First name was Alex. I think it was like Alex Laughlin, and he just unveiled or unleashed his new Hot Wheels car for NPK and won his first race. It's the one that that Brandon Pez is tuning.
Yeah, that's right. Well, that's a motor that Brandon built. I don't think he just tuned it. I think that's a Pez. I think it's a PGS motor.
PGS. I believe so as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a nifty looking car.
Yeah, super cool and great for PGS. I mean, geez, those guys, man. And I tell you, I just can't say enough about those guys. Brandon and Cole, Brandon's wife. There's just the whole team, their crew, super great guys. You know, what's funny is I had no idea. Look, I don't watch TV. I don't. The only reason I know of No Prep Kings and Street Outlaws really is because they come up on my feed. I don't watch TV. I remember Sean and who's the guy with the hat, the Indian looking guy? Is a kind of dark complected big dude. Who is it? Big Chief.
Yeah, Chief.
Oh, yeah, go figure. Big Chief. The dark complected guy. Chief. Oh wait, is that racist? No, I'm just kidding.
I probably could let you keep going. You would have stumbled.
Often can drive, but still no interest in No Prep King stuff.
I get you.
Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah. But I remember it back in the day with the 405 shit and all that. God knows how long that's been. And then I just stopped watching it. I quit watching TV. Once you become an entrepreneur and you have businesses and life is super fucking busy, the last thing you have time for is to sit down and get sucked into watching television, right? So, I mean, that is what it is. If Brandon could come to Montgomery, they bring 10 pro mods. Outlaw Smoke Tire Racing is this weekend in North Carolina. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. You know, there'll definitely be possibly in Huntsville, but absolutely they're going to be at they've already confirmed Cole's going to be at XRP. They're all going to be at XRP. So we get go some of that Lizzie. Lizzie got her start with the ADRO. I don't know if you guys remember that. Lizzie and Pat back in the day. And then Lizzie. Well, I always bring up that time that Lizzie crashed and slid down the guardrail and took out the camera guy. I forgot what track that was at. But then I talked to people and they're like, well, when didn't she wreck? I'm like, oh shit, really? I was like, yeah, Huntsville got canceled this weekend. What were they running in Huntsville this weekend?
Yeah, I'd seen that too.
What were they running pro mods?
I'm not positive. From what I recall, I just I skimmed through it on Facebook, but I think it was an issue of they're trying to get the track right.
Oh yeah, because Dave's still up there working on the track at Rocket City Dragway. Mm-hmm. I don't know how far his progress has been, but hey, we're not there till October, so there's plenty of time to get it right for us.
Yeah.
We're actually working with the Verge 8-car Pro Mod Shootout. Well, reach out to those 8 cars, tell them sorry that they couldn't run, but guess what? Next weekend, Drag Wars. Now I don't know if they've got weights and shit, but strip that shit off and throw some slicks on if they're small tire cars. If you guys know any of those dudes, reach out to them. Tell them to come down next weekend. It's not far away. Even though there is going to be a race at the, they are grinding the surface and doing lights and timing. Oh, gotcha. Um,
What's
Hell
up,
yeah.
Brian?
What's up, guys? Brian, what's good, brother, man? Yeah, we were just talking about you, bro. Um, if so there's a race, where is it? Is this I-22 220? What is this track that's on the other side of Tuscaloosa? Everybody's talking about. There's Nick again. Nick, we need to. I hope anybody that's coming, I hope you guys bring a Star Wars costume and don't feel fucking scared. Like, come on, man. Like, let your egos go. Let's have a good time, man. Everybody dress up. It's gonna be great. I think Hank Stubbs. We found out secretly that Hank Stubbs is a
Oh, he's a
closet
fan.
Star Wars fucking junkie. I-22
Well,
Motorsports Park.
the
So
craziest thing was he became a fan late in life. It wasn't like a from childhood thing. That was the more interesting part.
survived first Verge Quick Outlaw Series last
Yeah.
week. Nice, Brian.
Congrats.
That's right. I heard about that. Congrats, brother. There you go, man. New owner, proud new owner of the Verge. We kick some ass with that thing. Looking forward to Huntsville, as a matter of fact. I just spent 3 hours on the phone with Wade tonight. That was a super, super. Literally, I think we talked for 3 hours.
We can relate with that surviving the first event feeling, that's for sure.
Yeah. But I think they're having some kind of event at I-22 the same weekend we are.
Okay.
I don't think there's going to be any kind of competition, but those guys in Huntsville, if they didn't get a chance to run, send them our way. Send them our way. Don't let them go to I-22. Although we love I-22, don't know the owners or the track, but I don't ever want to compete with anybody. Although I guess essentially that's how it's going to be.
Well, I mean, hey, if right now if the races are quote up for grabs, then hey, we're just putting our name in the hat.
Yeah, put the names in the anyways. Yeah, so let's get them on down. So keep spreading the word, guys. Again, it's going to be a super fantastic. I fucking hate saying. I need to think of something else. It's going to be an enthralling and exuberant. Where's my? I need to pull up a source. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm really looking forward to. Every day I'm talking to a couple new guys that are going to jump in. Talk to Chris Duncan and Amanda Hoover today. They're getting the Chevelle from hell ready. They're going to be coming down. Fucking love those guys. Chris is super, super cool. Amanda's super, super cool. They'll actually be on the Thursday night podcast along with Adam.
Brad Wheeler. He'll be on.
Brad Wheeler's joining us, owner of Montgomery International Dragway. And
didn't know if it wasn't positive on the next one. So yeah.
Oh wait, did we get a response? I don't think I ever get a response.
I don't think, not that I had heard. So that's why I was.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yes, you're right. You're right. I don't think we ever got a response. So
we'll do a follow-up
I
on that
don't know.
But either way, we'll have at least Brad on.
Yeah, so we'll have Brad on and Chris Duncan and Amanda Hoover. So that'll be a good one.
Yeah, we do have some rules for the Pro Extreme, Pro Nitrous, and the dragster class listed on our website.
Yeah, you know what it says? None.
Yeah, I mean, really, it's
there is none
safety. Is it? We're not running weights. We're not anything.
Yeah, the bottom line is there are no rules.
Yeah, I mean, it's
fucking bring it.
It's about as straightforward as we can make it, which is perfect.
But I'm just being silly. In generally speaking, though, we all are going to follow. We try to stay in line with the NHRA safety guidelines. So just remember that, we expect it. And of course, it's got to be a door slammer. Like, don't show up with, like, come on. Like, we all know what an outlaw pro mod is.
Right. It's got to fit the classifications of the class.
But it's got to be, right. It's got to be a safe car. Yeah, it's one of my favorite too, man. But it is run what you brung and safety. So, everything from your blower belt. What are you? What class are you going to run in, Dave? I hope I don't offend you by asking that. But like, man, you should know, dude. I got a dragster. I'm like, oh no, fuck. Sorry, because I was just getting ready to talk blower belts. Blower restraints. Double dive heads up at I-22. Be some fast. Won't really be in League of ADRL. Won't really be in the League of ADRL. Oh, I got you. Okay, cool.
Oh, that's good.
Well, again, man, everybody reach out to the Pro Mod peeps. Have them come out. I run PDRA and
Give us a
any.
chat.
I don't honestly. I don't know what. Dave, would you help me understand what's Neo PM?
Northeast Outlaw Pro Mod.
Oh, that's the acronym. Fuck,
Yes.
I could have put that together. It's
I
funny. I see the memes that are like, you grew up in the 80s if you understand this, and it's like GYBYDEAMAFAAMNAFFF, and it's like, get your ass in the MF and house before I beat your ass or whatever. It's
yeah,
like
whatever it breaks out to.
yeah, Northeast Outlaw Pro Mods.
Yeah.
Sweet, man. Are you coming, David, all the way from up north? Man, dude, that would be super sweet. That would be super, super sweet. Let's see. I ran PDRA for 2 years.
You ran
Yes, you did, Carter.
PDRA for 2 years. Carter is what you meant to say. Ran that class.
Yeah. He's like, I ran everybody off is what I did. I'm such a badass. I'm a badass kid. They're already getting ready for Carter Jackson. They're already talking about him. Guys, get ready, dude. Just know him, his mom and daddy are coming for everybody in 5 years.
Problem in the future.
Yep. Yeah, come join us, David.
Yeah, come on out.
For sure. Absolutely. And we've had a lot of other very interesting conversations that are sort of kind of geared in that direction. I said that direction. No one has any idea what I'm talking about.
Oh, I know.
And that's about where I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to.
I'm just hovering over, dropping you off.
I'm not doing anything premature.
Nope.
You know.
Yeah, definitely give us a holler. We'd love
yeah,
that.
For sure. But you said you ran with the Pro Boost. Okay, so you're a blower car. That makes sense. Pro Boost, unless you got turbos. I don't know what the Pro Boost class is. Is it turbos and blowers? I don't know.
I don't know. You got me.
Because I think the Northeast Outlaw Pro Mod Association, they do blowers, turbo, nitrous. I mean, it's all outlaw pro mods.
Yeah, I think it's all just kind of lumped into one class, and I know very little, so I do apologize on that, David.
Yeah, just stop talking at him.
Yeah, goddamn.
No kid. But we do have great news while everybody's watching. Oh wait, Midwest Pro Mod will it race the first of Montgomery International Drag Race? So maybe the guys will drive down. Will race the first. I can't decipher that. I'm sorry, brother. Adam, you will back up. Weights are hard to change back and forth to compete. Yes, any combo. I run a screw. And I understand that. I that's something that, David, we've had so many conversations with track owners, series owners, drivers, which I'm questioning asking drivers anything, because you soon find out that all your answers are going to be geared towards them individually, specifically, which is fine. If you ask 100 racers, if there's maybe some middle ground, then maybe you got a good answer, right? But yeah, that's one thing we talked about, is the fact that, it's because a lot of guys are like, well, you should add weights and you should do setups and so that some of the racers can, not just run PDRA, but they can do Midwest and they can come run with you guys. And my answer to that is fuck that. Fuck no. We're not doing that. You know why? Because we're the ADRL. It's absolute outlaw pro mod racing. No weights, no rules. Run what you brung. So, what's going to end up happening is we continue to grow and this keeps kicking ass and we keep adding cars. Guys are going to strip the weights. They're going to go faster and faster and faster. And they're going to be like, hey, if I can run a 560 or a 560, if I can run a 350 or 360 with weight, see what happens when I strip this shit off. 2,600. Yeah, no, exactly. So imagine at 2,600 pounds, if you guys are running 360s, what you would do with no weight. I mean, that's crazy. I keep thinking to myself, like, if these guys are this fast in the PDRA in the Midwest, even some of these radial cars, give them a good sticky track, they can get some slick traction on. Either way, though, with all that weight, I keep thinking, like, God, if these guys strip the weight and come run with us, that would be out of control. Absolutely 40s. No fucking doubt about it.
But that's what it needs. It needs something that's going to push.
Which is what the ADRL did, right? I mean, we pushed the limits.
If you're constantly throwing weights on to not punish the light cars, but to make the light cars more compatible and compatible with the heavier cars, then you're not pushing innovation. You're not breaking records. And boy, I'd love to break some records.
Yeah, absolutely. Shit can't spill. Switching devices, trying to.
I get it. I get it.
It's all good, brother. It's all good. I already do think PDR guys can run 340s. I think they can too. They just restricted with weights. And look, I understand that it's a topic of conversation. How are you going to regulate or minimize the grassroots, everyday, hardworking racer from being weeded out from the guys with a fuck ton of money coming in, building 2,100-pound cars and running everybody off? I get it. It is in the forefront of all of my thoughts constantly, but we're not even anywhere near that right now. And frankly, we're still working on getting full 16 car fields. So, we'll get to that point. We'll get to that point. And I do plan on weighing everybody at this next event. Wade and I discussed it, and I don't know how many guys know Wade Mooney. But Wade is going to be working with the ADRL here moving forward, and he's going to be working with us as well. I'm not going to say exclusively, but Eddie picked up a job at Disneyland, so now we've got to fill in or somebody that's going to work with us as well, and that's Wade Mooney. Super, super knowledgeable, awesome guy. But he had a good point. Just to kind of keep an eye on it, we're going to weigh all the Pro Extreme, Pro Nitrous cars. Not for anything other than just keeping an eye on the direction of the weight and how things are going so that we can make sure to regulate and mitigate. But it won't ever be like the PDRA or any of that shit. I mean, we're not going to put 300 or 400 pounds on your guys' cars. So we'll see. We'll see how it works. No, the PDR guys can go low 350s. The guys who ran a Pro Extreme was the ones who went NHRA. Gotcha. Yeah. It wasn't really ready. So many changes to go from PDRA to NHRA, then Midwest with Keith Haney set up his series. Yeah, that's exactly right. That is the feedback that I'm familiar with as well. It's true. That is undeniable. That is absolutely undeniable. And we'll get back to that. Can you guys imagine when we're back to that point of 30, 40,000 spectators in a day? Just wait.
Nope.
It's coming.
It
is coming.
I'm ready for it, but
train and keep on rolling. All right, why don't we throw out our first bet you didn't know fact? What do you got, Adam? Throw out something fucking crazy.
I've got a few. I had a very strong suspicion that there would be a fair chunk of time that would get dedicated to racing, which it is what it is. We're on a racing, channel and things like that, so it is going to happen. So yeah, I've got a few things.
You are correct, sir.
I'm going to start off with a long one. So
that's what she said.
There we go. Yeah, that's what I hear all the time. All right, so we're going to start off with Ford's Theater. I'm assuming we're all familiar with Ford's Theater, the site of Lincoln's assassination. Was watching a play. April 14th, 1865, he was shot.
April 14th, 1865, Paul Wilkes Booth got him in the back of the head.
John Wilkes Booth, but close.
John Wilkes Booth. Paul Wilkes Booth.
Paul was his brother. It was probably.
Oh, there's actually a band called Paul Booth. Sorry.
Okay.
Fucks my brain up.
Paul's Booth.
Remember when I couldn't discuss racing on Tuesdays? Kudos, fellas. Man, we have great one, Mike.
Nope. I get it. My brain isn't built to discuss racing for 2 hours in a week yet. I'm working up to it. I'm not there
2
yet.
hours a week? You mean like 20 hours a week?
Well, yeah, to talk about it on a podcast at least for 2 hours a week. But we're getting close. We're bordering it. So we're working up to it.
Is going to kick ass. Orska making comeback. Look at the history. Yeah, you're right. Orska is. I just had that conversation with Wade today about Orska. Yep. That's right.
The whales? Aren't those
the whales? What are we talking about? SeaWorld now?
Yeah, free will. What's going on here? This podcast really took a turn.
Yeah, I didn't know Huntsville had a fucking
SeaWorld.
SeaWorld.
Thought
You know,
those
he
were
had
all
a
closing down.
aquarium there. No, but Bass Pro in Springfield has a super, super, super bitchin' aquarium.
Yeah, they
So
got a
nice,
hell
dude.
of a
That
facility
facility is
down there.
fucking amazing.
I can agree. That's right. Hit the like button,
Amen.
thumbs up, hit the
Hit
bell.
the bell. I like
That's what
that.
I'm talking about. That's the notification bell so that you
Hit
get
the
a
like button,
every time
thumbs
we
up,
go
and hit
live.
that bell.
That'll be helpful this well, not this coming weekend, but the weekend after for when we're down in Alabama. So if we do end up going live from the track as we're stumbling around the pits, run into anybody or see who we can talk to,
Throw
or
stars at us.
yeah,
Throw some stars our way too, guys.
we'll catch
We've
those
actually
too.
been making traction on the
It was good.
ADRL podcast with stars. That's pretty great.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Starting to make some headway, and then we'll
Yeah,
also
we've
be
made enough money in stars so far, Adam, that we could cover. I think I got a whole bunch of glow sticks. I just ordered some glow sticks
nice.
for the kids.
There we go.
And I think that the what we've made so far this year will cover a pack of glow sticks, and I think they're like $18.99 for a pack. So
Hey, there you go.
we're
You're
going. We made like $20 so far, guys, off the
tell
podcast. So.
tell the kids they're welcome and
Amen.
enjoy.
It's all thanks to you guys.
Yes.
So yeah, John Wilkes Booth, Ford's Theater, Abraham Lincoln, April 14th.
Right. Yeah, this story doesn't have so much to do with the Lincoln assassination. I mean, it was instigated or started essentially by the Lincoln assassination. But after the assassination, the government seized the theater for their investigation into the assassination, everything like that. That investigation lasted until about the last week of June. Um, Early part of July, they ended up giving the keys or ownership of the theater back to John Ford, who immediately wanted to open up a play and decided he was going to have a play on July 10th. Ended up selling 200 tickets, which isn't a sellout, but not bad for the first opening after a famous murder happened inside the theater. Um, and about equal amount of death threats for himself, warnings to not have the play, and threats to burn down the theater. They got so bad that the government actually, well, the Secretary of War Edward Stanton sent a deployment of military troops down to the theater to turn away any ticket goers, and to ensure that there was no violence that sprung up from the reopening. They ended up the very next day confiscating the theater again and later paying John Ford a reasonable amount for the theater and began gutting the theater completely, turning it into offices for the War Department and Pension Bureau. um, what I never knew until recently was that over the time of the offices, the conditions inside began to deteriorate. They had about 500 employees working in there, thousands of pounds of records on these floors, and they had sections of the floors that were roped off. It was so bad that when they dismissed people at the end of the day of work, they had to dismiss them floor by floor so that the main staircase wouldn't collapse under the weight of so many people going on it at one time. There were obvious bows in the walls, but the person who was running the War Department at that time decided there was just no money that was going to be spent on it until the invention of electricity. In 1893, it was decided that they would install electricity into the building, bringing it into the modern era. While workers in the basement were installing piping, they accidentally knocked out a brick support in the basement that led to the collapse of a support on the first floor and the collapse of the first floor, then a collapse of the support on the second floor and a collapse of the second floor, all the way up to the third floor, ultimately killing 22 people, injuring 68
Oh shit.
people. Government awarded $5,000 to the families of each of the people that had died. There was one hero from the event, a guy that climbed a telephone pole with a ladder and extended it over to the third floor window, so the people that were trapped up there because everything had fallen or most all the floor had fallen were able to climb out this ladder and then down the telephone pole. Um, the government awarded him with a $50 per month or per week job at the offices, and he was laid off 7 months later.
Huh. Fine
So
government project.
yeah, just
Right.
never.
Interesting little history of John Ford's Theater or Ford's Theater.
Yeah, I mean, when you hear Ford's Theater, it's associated with death, rightfully so, because of the assassination. But it nobody ever mentions, or you never really hear of the 22 other people that that died.
Died while it was occupied by the government.
Yeah, let me see here. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, because yeah, huh. How about that shit? How about that shizzle, my nizzle?
That's a picture of the building after the collapse.
Oh shit. So literally the way it is now, none of it's original.
Some parts are original. The
Like is
presidential
the
box,
area where the
yeah,
presidential section where Abraham Lincoln was shot, that's still real. That's
yeah.
still all original.
Well, the original box is somewhere. I mean, that's all I could say for sure. I mean, you never know with the government. That's the crazy part about things. Um, when they dismantled and gutted the theater, they ended up taking a lot of the pieces from Ford's Theater and incorporating it in another theater. So when they revamped Ford's Theater back into a theater for the historic aspect and everything, they said they got some of that stuff. But at the same time, knowing the government, knowing everything like that, it would not surprise me in any way, shape, or form if, especially the presidential box, was a repurposement and not an original. It was just
Mm-hmm.
created to mimic the original. But it could be. There's chances it could be. I don't trust that it would be. That's just me.
Yeah. How about that? Well, it was interesting, Adam.
Yes, it was. Got a few other ones. I went on some weird tangents, POWs, and then some other things. But this other weird one is, anybody ever told you that you got the blues, or you've ever said, "Oh, I've got the blues"?
Yeah. I mean, I think, yeah, for sure. Like, I'm feeling blue, or I
Yeah,
got the blues, or whatever. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Where's that come from?
I don't know. I assume I related it to music. I
Well, I
mean,
mean,
the blues. I don't fucking know. Like, I got the
sure.
blues. Like,
Mhm.
I've got the blues. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, man. Yeah, I mean
It's
that's
not
what I
far off.
assume.
I mean, the blue it's all rooted in the same thing. The blues music, and the blues are supposed to represent, like
I'm feeling
melancholy,
blue and
depression.
down and whatever. Yeah, right,
Right. The music was always about strife and struggle and had a
right.
low down tune. So the blues kind of associated to it. But the actual meaning and origination of the blues stems from 17th century England, where it
1600s. Mm-hmm.
where it started off as people saying that you have the blue devils, which was referring to extreme hallucinations induced by alcohol withdrawal. It was later shortened to "you've got the blues" and to mean a state of depression or agitation.
So when you are an alcoholic and you stop drinking, you hallucinate and see blue people.
I
Did
wanted
I
to
not know
say,
this? Has
eh,
anybody else
yeah, I know that. Well, they had
gone
different
sober
side
and
effects.
hallucinated?
I mean, I've gone not sober and hallucinated. I'll say that. I've gone the opposite way a handful of times,
Well, I
but
think back then all they had was probably alcohol, unless they were like eating opium or some shit. 1600s, right? We're at in
yeah,
the
England,
world. England,
England,
yeah. I mean, what kind of drugs were
absinthe.
they doing it? Oh,
You got
absinthe.
absinthe and
Yeah. Oh,
things like
yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
which had hallucinogenic principles and things while you were intoxicated on it
Mm-hmm.
itself. But I've never I never really heard of hallucinations coming from alcohol withdrawal. So that must have been either some crazy alcohol that they had back then, like such a high level that it just took things to a different level. I don't know,
Hmm. You
but that
know,
that's where that comes from.
that's interesting. I don't yeah, I don't ever think about the fact that when people are going through withdrawals from alcohol, that they might hallucinate blue demons,
Yeah,
the Blue Devils.
yeah.
Wait,
No,
isn't there a team, a sports team called the Blue Devils?
Duke.
The Duke is the Blue Devils.
I know there's a drum and bugle corps, the Blue Devils, but that's marching band
Huh.
stuff. That's nerd stuff.
Hmm. Well, that's fucking interesting, man.
Thought so too. Here's
Yeah.
another one for you. You ever had your work cut out for you?
Is that like if you're handicapped and people have to do your shit for you?
No, not exactly, but I mean, kind of.
Oh,
I
you
guess.
got your work cut out for you. Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's going to be harder than you thought, or it's going to be challenging. How could that? I don't fucking know.
That-
What do you got?
That's the common. That's the common meaning behind it today, but it actually had a little bit of a different meaning because it meant that some of your work was already done. It's a term from back in the old garment industry and it would represent when a tailor had to create a suit that the template of the suit was already cut from the roll, meaning that all that they had to do was then sew together the template to create the suit. So their work was already cut out for them.
So there was just a literal term. How'd that turn into a saying?
I don't know. Yeah, that's the crazy thing about some of these.
It's like I picked up your hammer for you, and
right.
then that turns into a saying. Oh, somebody picked your hammer up for you, huh?
Yeah, it means they did half your work for you,
Yeah,
or some shit like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
so
know.
so that's kind of yeah. I didn't know that, man.
I
fucking
didn't
know
either.
that. Oh, got your work cut out for you. Hey, so for everybody watching, we did add a class. We added a filler class. Can I call you tomorrow, sir, at the hospital with my dad? I do. Oh, man. Shit. I hate that. You know, when somebody doesn't respond normally, they do. And you're like, oh, I wonder why they're not responding. I'll reach out and it's all of a sudden, yeah, sorry, my house burned down and all my kids were in an accident. I'm at the hospital. I'll call you as soon as I can. You're like, damn, why did I reach back out?
Yes.
I should have known better. Not that that's what's going on, but but so we are adding a class to the event.
So definitely tune in on Thursday because that's the main topic of what we're going to be speaking with Brad about.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, look, we got different audience on each one. I don't see a reason why we can't talk about it. So
we don't really know. It's all pretty much the same.
Yeah, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it anyways, and I want to see how mad it makes Adam. So we're adding a class for Drag Wars in Montgomery, and we'll wait till Thursday to tell you. But we do have a class that we're adding, so we'll just let everybody know that. I guess everybody already knows we have the box no box bracket racing that we're going to do on Saturday only. But we have added another class that should have a really, really good turnout as well. So we'll see. Hey, anybody that lives in Alabama, has anybody heard the radio stations? Anybody heard any of our commercials? Who actually listens to the radio anymore? I'm concerned about that.
I thought about that today. I need to pull up my TuneIn app, which has all the radio stations on it. Just turn it on while I'm working. But I never I'm always listening to Perry Caravello. And boy, I'll tell you, if anybody's got a wacky sense of humor and wants to watch a guy just be destroyed all for 30 years, check him out.
Yeah, it's definitely fucking interesting. After Adam showed me, I was like, dude, what in the actual fuck is this? Is this guy for real?
It's so for real, and it's so for crazy. It's wild.
Heard nothing. All right, great. What radio station you listen to, Rodney?
Okay, we should be on about 3 or 4 in Birmingham, at least.
Yeah, three or 4 in Birmingham. Let's see. Birmingham radio, and that was Summit.
I feel like that's right. The Gump, was that
Summit
one of them?
Media. Yeah, we're gonna be on.
I'll tell you what, Michael, that's a great question, and one that when I first heard of box no box, I had the exact same type of question of what in the hell does that mean? And
Electronics versus no electronics.
Correct. And if that doesn't sum it up, let us
We
know.
can we can even go a little
I
deeper.
can try to go deeper, but I
Yeah,
only know.
we'll let you see if you can go deeper, Adam.
As far as my understanding between box and no box is the difference is with box, you're essentially you have electronics that are hooked up to the car through the car and also to the tree and timing system so that when the light goes green, your car engages and you're off to where no box is typical to the other classes to where you release the button essentially at the green, and that's the launch. That's my basic understandings.
Yeah, I mean, basically, there's electronics to help you get through the light sequence, and then there's no box where you get no help. It's just old school bump in, bam, kind of shit.
Is the bear
So I
one of the
found it interesting.
channels?
What's that?
Is the bear one of the channels?
I mean, I'm looking here. I know that we, you know, I know that we WZZK, WBPT. Well, no, those are all of them. Man, come on, clear. Let me put my glasses on. I don't know why I'm trying to navigate this. Oh god, there we go. That's so much better.
Such a
Holy
different.
shit. Yeah, I'm gonna find right now. So we did do quite a bit of radio. Let's see. Um, I think we're doing 4 or 5 there. I'm looking for the damn. I'm looking for the.
Oh, they're on iHeart. Okay,
Proposal. Let's see it.
I think we have iHeart in Columbus,
Yeah, Columbus. Yeah, we're not doing iHeart
in Birmingham.
in Birmingham. We're going through Summit Radio, our Summit Media Group. Let's see. Yeah, so essentially it is man, there was a whole we're not doing all these though.
I'll tell you what. While you're reading and looking for that,
Yeah.
at my last two. These two aren't necessarily fun facts, but fun facts for the evening. 1942, 4 Australian POWs tried to escape from a Japanese camp. In retaliation, the Japanese tried to require that everyone was to sign a promise agreement to not escape. The Australians said, "No, thank you." And in
No,
retaliation,
thank you.
"No, thank you, sir." And in retaliation, the Japanese assembled all 15,000 POWs in the courtyard that was originally designed to hold about 1,000 people. They were all crammed in and forced to stand shoulder to shoulder without food, without water, and unable to sit for the next 4 days until suffering from dysentery, starvation, and dehydration. They finally gave in and signed the agreement.
Huh. They were like, all right, we give.
4 days of standing there, shoulder to shoulder.
Jesus. Yeah, how shitty would
Everybody
that
else
be?
pissing shit from everybody else standing around. Oh my God.
Yeah, man.
Just to sign an agreement to not escape. I'd sign it and then escape.
Sign
What are they
it.
going
All
to
right,
do?
here you go. Peace out.
The only way it fails is if you don't escape, and then I'm sure death, because the Japanese were not so kind to prisoners.
Yeah, no. No, that was a man. It's crazy when you're doing this shit with
What are you looking
so
at?
many different.
Oh, we've already established the the bear's not on on Summit.
Yeah, well, I was at least wanting to give the radio station so we
Oh, the station.
knew kind of what to look for. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So we're doing 98.7. Well, let's see. We're doing classic rock 106.9, 104.7, WZZK, um 98.7 The Kiss. And what's the Rick and Bubba in the morning? That's 104.7 WZZK. That's Rick and Bubba. The Rick and Bubba show. I don't know if you guys know who those guys are. But yeah, okay. So that's what we're doing. We're doing 95.7, 98.7, 106.9, and 104.7. And that's in Birmingham. And then we're running some in Montgomery, and then we're running some as well in Columbus, Georgia. So
That is
hope you
correct.
guys are catching those commercials. That'd be great. 98.7 Kiss FM. Rick and Bubba left my
Yeah. any morning radio.
Yeah.
It's all comical.
I have no idea who those guys are. Hopefully they have a following.
Yeah, it's all that matters. We're just trying to
Yeah.
spread the word and let people
That's
know
right.
what we got going on.
Spread the word, let people know. And then we're going to do some the goal is just to get 1 million spectators there to the event. So, maybe I mean shit. I wonder what it costs to get on the news there. Get in town and get a
Well,
news spot.
Well, we can get on the news.
I can
may
get
not
on
be
the news, let me tell you.
Yeah, I'll find a way. We'll get on the
I'll
news.
fucking get on the news. Bet you, shoot, dude,
Bet you
dang.
didn't know how much bail was in Montgomery.
Hey, let's shut down the highways, man. Let's get it going. Let's shut them down. Let's shut them down. But yeah, so and I got my sweet little nifty diffty Obi-Wan Kenobi costume, and it's actually a pretty damn sweet costume.
Pretty official.
Honestly. Yeah, it's pretty legit. I'll be excited to walk around in that thing. And look, I'm not even a huge Star Wars fan. To be perfectly honest with you, I'm not. I'm just not. Nope. No, sir. I'm not.
Not a hater. I'm not a fan. So I'm okay with it. It just worked out. May the 4th. It's perfect.
Yeah, that's right. What else? What else we got going on, Adam? Anything else?
Man, shoot dang.
Shoot dang, dude. Nope. All right.
Like we kind of talked about at the beginning there, we'll see and try to do an episode of Bet You Didn't Know next week in some way, shape, or form. Definitely like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell like was mentioned earlier, especially for the upcoming race weekend, so you don't miss any of the times that we do go live. In case we go live unscheduled, we'll definitely be doing I'll be doing the live stream again. We'll have that on Facebook and YouTube just like normal, so keep an eye out for that. But boy, if you're in the area and you can make it down there, as anybody would say, and I hope anybody would know, there ain't nothing like being there to get the sights and smells. Woo! Can't catch that on live stream.
No, you sure can't. Nope. We're gonna do a drawing this time, depending on what the crowd looks like. I want to do a drawing, get some kids down there. Get them down in between the.
You're just gonna do like a art rendition of the area and everything.
What's that?
You're just gonna pull out an easel and kind of sketch the area.
What did I say?
Oh, you're gonna do a drawing. I don't know.
Oh yeah. A drawing. You got it. That's right. I was like, did I say painting or something? I missed something.
Oh man.
Oh Jesus. Yeah, we'll see Batman and the Joker. That'll be awesome. I can't wait. They put on a little skit thing. That's going to be super cool. Yeah, I'll be excited to see that. So little kids will love that. Faux show.
Yeah, they'll love that. I'm looking forward to seeing the Punisher car in person. Looks great.
Yep, hell yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's going to be really cool as well. Yeah, we've got a good little listy-do, a little lista of some guys that are showing up. So, yeah, I'm gonna say that I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like the momentum, the energy, that this does this not feel different than SGMP?
It's one of those things that I don't know how to read it yet. That's the tricky part, because with SGMP we didn't have exactly quite the external excitement, it seems like, or
Hmm.
talk. It was all internal.
Well,
So,
and maybe that's what I'm referring to. Is
yeah,
just
yeah.
generally speaking, like everybody's like, "Oh, dude, it's going to be a banger."
Mhm.
Track owners are like, "Dude, it's going to be awesome." All the feedback, like, you know, it just in my world and everybody I'm talking to, because I know you work a lot through the day and you're involved with what we and do, but
Yep.
I have a lot of side conversations. And just generally speaking, it's a whole lot different of a vibe for sure this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. It's one of those things that how to put it? Talk is cheap, and until I see the cars in the lots, it's hard to know.
Yeah, for sure. We can count on Adam, to bring a bit of a wet blanket mentality to it, even though we try to talk it up, and it's good. We need that. We
Yeah,
need we
Ryan's
need
the wind
somebody to
in our
pull you
sails, and I'm the
down
anchor.
to reality for
Yeah,
sure.
Ryan's the wind in the sails, and I'm the anchor. So we need all things on the boat.
That's right. That's right.
No, I'm not trying to throw a wet blanket on it. That's all I'm saying. I'm excited. I don't want to be. I don't want to show up excited and then be disappointed. I want to show up excited and then have that feeling continue, if not extended. That'd be
Yeah.
great. That's
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah. Well, I definitely feel a lot different than you do, but that's all right.
that's common. We're used to
Let's go. Uh, oh, fuck. Oh, it's good, man. Blanket.
I
I'm
pl-
pumped.
I know my role and I play it well.
uh, it's interesting to see the guys that are on YouTube and then ones on Facebook. It's kind of cool
Mhm.
that we kind of get them both.
Yeah, yeah, I like being able to broadcast across a couple different platforms, and if there's other platforms that deem themselves as worthy places to put our content, we'll definitely look to that as well. But
Anybody on here collect Hot Wheels? Red line Hot Wheels, original 69, 70, 71, 69 to 76. Red line Hot Wheels. Anybody? If you do, throw it up. Because I'm a bit of a collector, so I'm always trying to branch out my network of collectors. Because you never know who might have a collection or might be sitting on some shit from when they were a kid that are in really good condition, and I'm always out there hunting. Also, gold and silver. Go buy yourself some gold and silver. It's going to keep going up. It's going to keep going up. And I'm not giving you financial advice, but I am. I was saying this a year ago. That's
gold,
why.
silver, and lead in bullet form.
Yeah. And silver and bullets. Gold, silver, and bullets. Even silver bullets. Oh, Johnny Lightning. Right on. I got some Johnny Lightnings. Newer ones, though. Newer Johnny Lightnings. Not like the old original ones. Let's see. Yep. And that's all I got, bro. That's all I got.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm tapped
another
out.
good night of just hanging out.
Yeah, I don't have anything I collect, so I don't have much to chime in on there.
Oh, Adam just collects dust and
Mhm.
and
Electronic equipment.
electronic equipment. There you go. Yeah, that's right. Electronic equipment and dust.
Yep, love it.
Hey, and if anybody's got
Definitely
some
fun.
insight, so I've got a, and some of you might be Ford guys, some of you may not be Ford guys. Either way, um, I know, isn't that crazy? Oh, 2,500 an ounce for gold. It's crazy. Um, so I don't know if anybody's a Ford guy, but I've got a 65 Mustang out in the garage. Has the original inline six with the log head, and I thought about doing a V8 conversion swap. However, these inline sixes,
They're
this
good.
it's a 200 inline six, 7 bearing main. It apparently is really good for high RPMs and a shit ton of torque. So I've decided that what I'm going to do is keep the inline six. I'm not going to chop the log head and put a new intake on it. I'm going to keep the log head. I want to keep the block, keep the head, keep the intake, and I want to maximize whatever I can do to those stock components. Whether it's, port the exhaust and the intake on that log head, um, new valve springs, rockers. I don't know. Fuck, can you make a inline 6 200 a roller motor? That would be super bitchin'. But I need some advice on a cam, maybe some pistons. I don't know shit about any of that, but I'd really like to make this a world class, like the baddest fucking loghead 200 inline six in a 65 Mustang, and people would be like, dude, what in the shit is that? I'm even thinking about putting a turbo on it. That'd be super cool.
That's what Rodney says.
But if anybody put a 4-barrel carb on it or do a turbo, for sure. But if anybody's got knows anybody that could maybe throw a build sheet my way or give me, I've seen Clay cams. They've got some specific cams that they recommend. But I mean,
you need to be doing like your buddy Sean, or what? Isn't that his name? No Way Guy or whatever.
I thought there was a specialty company, but there's not a special inline six. There's an inline. It's a 200 inline six. Yeah, 200 inline six. It's a 65 200 inline six.
You ever watch?
And there's not a specialty company. As a matter of fact, I've spent 4 years now. There was one company that was making custom heads and intakes for those things. They had a foundry they were working with, and the foundry shut down, and they've never rebooted it. So I've actually had the idea of creating a company, an online website where we just specialize in here's the cams, here's the pistons, here's the lifters, here's your push rods, here's your springs, your rocker arms, poured out your head to this. Do they just make it a one-stop shop for anybody that wants to keep their 200 inline six? And maybe that even goes into the 250 and the 300, whatever it is. But if you want to keep your bone stock log-headed 200 inline six, it's a one place you can go to get an absolute build sheet. So you could even take your head down to the local machine shop and say, hey, I need this ported out to this, blah, blah, blah. Or if you can do it on your own, that would be cool. But, and even make a recommendation. Hey, we recommend these 2 or 3 turbos. We recommend these couple carburetors. Man, I went to vintage inline Fords and they just don't, they don't have it. There's nothing in there. They don't have anything. Just so you know. And I'm just to kind of go back and revisit it.
Rodney says Motor Trend.
Yeah. So there was, I think Motor Trend actually had let's see. Motor Trend had an episode where they did one, but I think it was I don't know if it was a 200, 250, but anyways, it was just one. And they did their own thing, and it wasn't really, I mean, yes, you could follow that, but I'm talking about a more user-friendly garage, everyday kind of dude in his garage that's looking for a build sheet that could just get some Barney style broke down 101 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do this, order these, order this, order this, order this, order this. This is what you're going to get. Just make it super easy. Yeah, they let's see, products, just for example. They don't have, let's see. Yeah, so they do have the timing chain to the 256 to 256.
You need to just do your own show where you talk about your cars and what you're looking to get done on them. That's what your No Way Guy Sean does for his Chevelle.
No way. Specialty Performance, my name. Look at the parts on eBay. Just Google Ford mechanics who do custom builds. Look for Ford mechanics who do custom builds. You can find Ford mechanics that do custom builds on eBay.
Look at parts at least eBay. You can get the parts there, and then you can probably have a Ford mechanic custom machine it. Would be my
see. I guess maybe this is what I'm talking about. There's a lot of steps to go through. I think it would be great to just start one specifically for inline sixes. I'm telling you, there's a huge fucking market for them. Nobody right now is making custom heads for them or custom intakes. There was one company that tried to give it a shot, and the foundry went under, and they don't do it anymore. And there is no one else. So if anybody wants to team up with me, I'll fucking fund it. If we know any machinists, anybody knows any foundries, whatever, I feel like there's a huge opportunity here. And I think we could make a killing at it on the side, just setting something up. But it is what it is what it is. All right. Well, another episode of Bet You Didn't Know was down.
Indeed, in the books.
In the books.
From Magical episode 69.
Oh, really? Was this episode 69?
68.
68. Oh, yeah. Okay. So next week, 69. Love it.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Hell yeah. Hells yeah. Yep. All right. Sweet, man. Well, everybody, appreciate everybody joining in. Appreciate you guys. On Pinterest, people have their contact info who builds it. Just got to find an old school man who does it. Dennis Markham in Winfield, Alabama. Really? Swing 69 with wet bed sheets at them.
You know, not wet. Not wet for me. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, my Lord. I love it. I love it. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for tuning in. It's been another episode of Bet You Didn't Know. I'm Dr. Fears.
And I'm Prince Adam.
And we will catch you guys on the flip side.
We'll catch you Thursday.
Peace and chicken grease.
Bulls on parade. Wonder how many people ever go back.